Well, hello, thank you so much for showing interest or buying this kit. I believe it's really going to enhance your tuning experience. So as you can see, the old tension knob is very close to the tuning keys and it doesn't create a lot of clearance. So when you're trying to tune, it's just kind of a hassle. I really don't think it should even be there, because if you're putting the exact same gauge of strings there, there's no reason for you to be turning that screw. Usually pop out my tremolo arm so I could turn it upside down. So make sure your bridge is locked and then remove your old tension knob. Awesome, that's out. Now hand tighten your new screw tensioner. And then get your hex key and tighten it up just a little bit more. We're going to make sure it's balanced later on in the video, and I'll show you guys how to do that. It's really easy. And as you can see, now there is clearance. You can actually reach down there and tune. It's awesome. So what you want to do is you want to lean your guitar forward. And this is to prevent the springs that are in between the knobs and the saddles to come out of their notches. In my old video I actually took the whole bridge apart, but it's actually not necessary. Alright, so take your old knobs off. Alright, so each one of these old knobs comes with 2 nylon washers. If you got the kit with the bearings, you're only going to need 3 nylon washers for the install. So take your new knob, the one that has like a T-shaped knurled knob on it, and you're going to add a nylon washer to it. So the reason for that is to create a little bit of space between the knurled knob that's closer to the bridge than the one that's farther away from the bridge. This will greatly influence if there is rubbing, and if there is, it's normal. It's not a big deal. So you got 1, 2, and 3 of the T-shaped knobs with the nylon washers. So here we go. Let's make sure that you do the ones that are the knurled knobs that are closer to the trem first. Otherwise, if you do the other ones, you're not going to be able to put these ones in and screw it into place. And I like to put starting from the low E. That way the high E gets the one that's a little bit farther away from the body. It's just easier access for me. And I imagine it's probably going to be easier access for you guys as well. Alright, great. And the way to test that it's actually catching on the spring is to just pull it out a little bit and then let it go. It should shoot right back. Obviously, if there's string tension, then that's not going to help, so make sure that the string is slack. So in this example, I put the nylon washer between the tremolo and the bearing, which makes it look uneven, so you could put it between the bearing and the knob. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that our spring tension is matching our string tension so that we have a fully functional floating bridge. So make sure your bridge is still locked and tune it up to pitch. Alright, once it's tuned up to pitch, you're going to unlock the bridge and then recheck your tuning. Depending how much you tightened it earlier, the string tension is going to be higher than the spring tension. So we saw right there that the G was flat. I mean, all of the strings were flat, so we're just going to tighten it up a little bit and then recheck our strings. And I normally just check one string and go off of that. Now here you can see that the G string was flat, so we're going to tighten it up a little bit more. Alright, now it's a G sharp, so I went a little overboard, so now we're gonna loosen the tension a little bit. Alright, just a little bit flat, so we're almost there. We're gonna tighten it just a bit. And right on target. Now you can check each string. And voila, awesome. Now your bridge tension is countering your string tension. And so ideally you want to do this while your guitar's on your lap, but it's no problem having it on the table while you get in the ballpark range. So if you got the regular kit without the bearings, you're going to use all of the nylon washers. For the knobs that are closest to the trem, they're going to receive one nylon washer to it. And for the knobs that are away from the trem, you're going to put in 3 nylon washers to create that space that we created earlier. Awesome.